Hello, I'm Andrea Foster, Professor of Business at the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. And today is the start of Open Educational Resources Week. And I want to share with you why I use OERs in my classroom. I find that the power of OERs lies in the ability to customize them. As you know, we have students with various learning needs. There are students who grasp the materials quickly, and those that struggle, and then there are others that fall somewhere in between there. I can customize the materials to meet those learning needs and to ensure that all the students in my classrooms are connecting and understanding the materials from the textbook and from my lectures. Another reason why I use OERs is the fact that I can mix and match. I remember when I used the published textbooks that often there were one or two chapters that did not meet my satisfaction. And I'm sure you have that experience as well. The ability to pull chapters from other textbooks and incorporate and create my own version is really important because I can look for the particular chapter or chapters that meet my expectations and my needs for my classroom. Another reason that I like to use OERs is the fact that I want to be inclusive. We have students from various income levels, various races, religions, and ethnicities. And to personalize my topic or my chapter with examples that my students can relate to and are familiar with, whether I'm explaining a concept or trying to get some other point across, being able to give them examples that they can relate to is really important. So many times I see students with their eyes suddenly brighten as they begin to connect because I might use an example that they can understand and relate to. And as I said, OER's power is the ability to customize. And that is another example of the customization that I so cherish. The final reason that I use OERs and I embrace them is the fact that I can provide my students very up-to-date information. Just last year, Professor Bob Carroll and I worked on an OER for personal finance. And we were able to include many examples that were very current. The Affordable Care Act, the Trump administration tax cuts, and yes, even COVID-19. We were able to discuss various elements that can, from the pandemic, that can impact on personal finances. When I go to conferences, I come back and I can share with my students any new trends that are going on in the industry, and I can explain it to them and incorporate them into my lectures and into the chapter. So the ability to be current and on top of all the information that's going on and all the changes that are going on is very important to our students' success. It gives them that cutting edge, that extra leg up. So those are some of the reasons why I use OERs. And I hope that if you haven't used OERs, that you would consider trying one in one of your classes. I am sure that the experience will be very fulfilling and your students will very much appreciate the work and the effort that you have put in to customizing and making that OER very personal to them. Thank you very much.